Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rose Wrights, and I make episode tutorials. I've also been dipping my feet into some anti-MLM content as well, and I have a vlog coming real soon, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. In this particular video, episode tutorial today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use weather effects. Now, weather effects can make your story come to life. It gets readers really into the scene and can make them just the imagination that can go wild when you use these effects, especially if you want to have a conversation in a rainy day or just put people in the mood. Whether you're having your characters kiss in the rain or having a very sad scene, it gets readers intrigued and into whatever they're reading. Okay? So, first things first. I have my characters already in place to save some time. When you have your background, how you use these effects, you put it at the end of your background. So this is the name of my background here, my background. I'm going to type in with effect, and I'll put in the name of the effect I want to use. And so obviously the effect that you want to use will depend on the story that you're trying to tell. So I guess for this specific scene, I can choose whatever, right? So you can find weather effects right here, weather effects. And you have a couple things here. You have snow, rain, light rain, hard snow, hard rain. And play around with the effect to see what makes sense for your story. Okay? So for this specific scene, I'm just going to put, we're going to put hard rain. Okay, now, like I said, to see what makes sense for your story, play around with the different effects. I'm going to put in hard rain, space that out, and that's how we're going to do it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, that's what hard rain looks like. Okay, so obviously, depending on what your story is, you may or may not use this one, or you may have your characters acting different in the rain. Now, my characters are on their phone because they don't care, right? They have water protective phone, waterproof phones, right? So that's what I decided to use. Okay, now also with weather effects, you can add some sounds to make it go with your weather effects. I have videos about how to use sound and where to find sounds, but just for this video, we're going to use this one here. So I just click on sounds, and sounds have a whole bunch of different sounds that you can use. But for this one, I can just type in rain, and it has different type of things that we can use, or different type of sounds that we can use for this specific rain. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, and that sounds perfect. You know, just a little thunder. And you don't have to use this thunder sound with just this, with the rain. You can use it even if your characters are inside, just to give readers, just to let readers know, hey, it is raining outside, just to set the scene or whatever it may be. And this is what it looks like. So that's what it will look like with the hard rain, with this sound. Obviously, you can very much not do that, but for this specific one, we are. Also, I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but you can mute if you're tired of the looping thunderstorm and you want to focus on your script. You can mute your story as well for just so you can focus without having to take out the thunderstorm. So that's how we do with that's how you add an effect, weather effect to be precise. Okay, so now that I have it paused for a beat, I'm going to show you guys how to turn the sound off in case you have your scene, you're done with your scene, but you want to turn the sound off. Because if you don't turn the sound off, it's going to go into your next scene and it may not be relevant for your next scene. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a new scene. That's what you're going to want to do. So I'm just going to use the same one here. Now, when we're fading out sound, you can just put sound is completely off, or you can do volume sound 0, which is, completely off, and then put it in milliseconds. And that would transfer to regular seconds on when you want it off. So with episode, just to go on a quick tangent. So since I want this to fade out, I'm going to put 0, which is I want it to go 0 and 5 seconds. That's what the 5,000 is for. If you want it to go quicker, you just, you can put 1,000, which means 1 second, and etc. That's what you can do. But I have a whole video about that. If you guys care to check that out, I'll make sure to link it in the description box. So now to change the weather effect from it's here, which is the effect the rain, the hard rain, to you don't want it anymore. There's no real way to turn it off. You can't put weather effect off. That's not how that works. Unfortunately, it would be so easy if we could, but we can't. So what you're going to have to do, if you still want to stay in the scene that you're in, but you just want the rain off, you're going to have to use the same background and copy and paste everything but the weather effect you want to use. So that's what I did here. So I have it raining here, and then I changed the scene. I kept my same background, which is, the Demi apartment, and I just took away the weather effect. So it's no longer raining. Like I said, I wish there was a different way we can do it, but this is what we have to do. If you want the same people into your script. I could have added Jerome, but I just decided not to. But like I said, if you want to be in the same scene or use the same background, but you no longer want the weather effect, again, you're going to have to copy and paste your background and copy and paste everything that you want. Copy and paste everything from that first one here, and you'll have to paste it down here. So that's what you're going to have to do when you're using any weather effect for that matter. Whether it's snow, light snow, rain, whatever, that's what you're going to have to do in order to get rid of the effect. Now, when it comes to using overlays with this weather effect, you can put in your overlays with weather effect. You'll just have to put the effect after all your overlays. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, I've shown you guys in a couple of videos now how to create an overlay, how to paste it into your script. Now, other people, there's multiple ways to add overlays. Some people add it to their background. So they will use with overlay, name of the overlay, and so it can be in their script. Like I said, there's numerous ways to do this. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So I'm going to show you how to add an overlay with the weather effect. So like I said, if you want to do like the regular name of overlay and whatever you want your overlay name to be, and then you want to do like the regular way to add an overlay. Now, some people, they put with, and then you can put the name you want, the name of your overlay here, which is Carside Brown, and that's how you can do it. That's how you can add an overlay if you want to do that. Me, that's not my personal preference. I kind of like adding it into my script, but if that's what you want to do, that's cool too. There's numerous ways to do things for a reason. Do what makes sense for you. Okay, so now that I paste the code in my script and how I wanted my car to look like, this is how you can also add an overlay into your script without having to do the overlay and create thing. Just a little tangent in case you didn't know that. So anyways, back to the weather effect. So if you're wanting to use a weather effect, if you're doing the overlay, if you're entering your overlay like this, your weather effect has to be has to be behind, at the very end of all your overlays. So if you're having multiple overlays and you want to add them all in, that's fine. Just make sure you put the weather effect after, okay? So then with this, I'm going to put with effect. Let's put, I don't know, let's put for funs and giggles, let's do snow. Because why not, right? Let's add snow. Okay, so that's another thing to keep in mind. If you wanted to add in your overlays this way, you must put the effect. You can't put with effect snow with Carside Brown. The effect needs to be after all the overlays and whatever else you're going to add in terms of overlays. So I hope that made sense there. And we're going to see how it looks. Okay, so there we go. And like I said, in order to get rid of the effects, no, again, there's no way to put rather effect off. I wish, but you're going to have to redo your whole scene if you want to get rid of the weather effect. You can't just turn it off. So like I said, you'll have to copy and paste your background, copy and paste your characters or in your overlays and just enter it in without the weather effect. Another thing to keep in mind when using weather effect, you can't layer it. What do I mean by that? So if you want, for some reason, you want let's say you're having a deep conversation, you want your characters to have a deep conversation outside. Let's say a sad conversation. Someone is breaking up with someone, right? You can't put the rain behind your characters so they can look like the main characters, right? You can't do that. You know, the weather is always going to be in the forefront of your characters. So you can't layer it. You can't put the rain or the snow behind your characters while they're conversating. You can't place it wherever you want. That's not how that works, unfortunately. So that's something to keep in mind if you're wanting to use effect, but you can't layer it. So you're going to have to accept it for what it is, to be honest. I wish we could do the layering with weather effects. That would be so cool. So that's pretty much it when it comes to how to use weather effects and how to get rid of them. I really do hope this helped you. And I do love weather effects, whether it's rain or snow. I really love it because it makes the scene look more realistic, especially if you're having an intense scene, if you want it to correlate with the weather, or if your character say, "Hey, it's raining outside," and you got your character going outside, but there's no rain. It makes your story looks very nice, and it can make it look realistic and really cool and really intriguing for the readers, especially with the sound effects. So I'm really hoping you found this video informative. Maybe you didn't know how to add weather effects, but now you do. So I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any question in regards to weather effects, sound, or even overlays, or anything for that matter. I'm glad to help. I'm just happy to help you along with your episode journey. And I appreciate you guys so much for commenting, and subscribing if you have. It means the world to me. I will be posting another video soon, so make sure you guys turn on that notification bell to stay updated for when I post. I've been pretty consistent. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.